everybody, and welcome to another session of Couples Therapy. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Luke has left.
Farewell.
Like, he's not coming back until the investigation's over.
Alright, February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office.
Hello.
Hello.
Here goes, Mr. Wright. You're welcome, Mr. Wright! Some chocolate just, like, fell on Sunshine.
So big.
Open sesame! If anyone finds us now.
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card?
Crumpled Gumshoe's ID card in pocket.
Hey, don't do that to my card! I want it back.
He probably got it back during that little flashback, like he's wrestling through his pocket, like, give it back.
I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. As friends.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
Okay.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I mean, out here too, but I'm not gonna show it.
That desk on the other side of that room, was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. Oh gosh!
I see.
Drunk Gant is something I want to pay to see.
He'd probably just be like, let's go!
He's like, everybody, listen, I want you to know you're all doing good. And we should be alert because we don't want what happened 2 years ago happening again. But let's not think about the past. Let's go swimming.
And they're just like,
clothing.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, he just jumps right in without taking anything off and then pukes. And they're like, Chief Gant, we would love to go swimming, but the pool is now contaminated and the lifeguard won't let us in.
He grabs them and drags them in. Swimming!
and they're just like sitting in the pool, just like.
I want to see this.
Someone animate this, please. We will make Kendall because she has like so much shiz.
I want to animate it, believe me.
Maybe like if you ever have to just animate something, like they don't give you any specifications, just do that.
I'll do that as my senior project.
Yeah!
Just animate something. Gosh, I think I could get away with that.
Oh my gosh, do it! If you can't, I'll voice act for you. I don't even care.
Anyway.
Emma.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant.
Creepy.
And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Are you sure about that? Right?
Right. There's some clues, right?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Pay attention, right?
You have to pay attention and look for clues, right?
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah! You wouldn't be... No! No, there's no way! Never mind! Don't worry about it!
Okay, now then let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy!
Huh? What is it?
When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal! You don't just let it go like that!
Sorry. This guy's trying to get on my nerves. Aww. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? Yeah, Mr. Wright, what do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this.
Swimming! Swimming!
What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet.
There he goes, ignoring me again.
crime scenes. I just realized there's a rocking chair in the corner.
That's not a rocking chair. That's a broken chair.
Broken chair.
This was
Luke,
one of his
poor,
best.
poor Luke. We were sitting down for dinner once. Like, I think it was Tuesday, maybe. And I sat down, and then he sat down immediately, just.
Oh no!
And so he was on the floor. That made a hole in the bottom of our cupboard. Like, not our, like, giant carpet,
Yeah.
but, like, one of the apartment cupboards. So we're like, I wonder if they'll notice.
This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here?
No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership.
Aww.
They were the stuff of legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime?
I don't know.
That's a really weird question to ask, dude.
These shelves are mostly empty.
Mostly.
Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Why'd she leave it here, the bitch?
You're lucky I'm not here right now.
What? Who said that? Oh my gosh, there's ghosts! Come shoot! Let me slap you! Okay? Wait! This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
Joe Jark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
Did I say days or years?
I don't know.
I felt like I said days. I meant years.
I don't remember, honestly. I have, like, the memory of a fish.
It's okay, so do I, apparently.
Yeah.
And you know, I count like what? Like 3, 6.
5, 10. Don't you?
After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later.
Gee, you think?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No one.
I have to do that because Luke's not here.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier,
Oh, it's you two!
Chief Gant put that paper he was reading in his desk.
Swimming! Hey!
Don't worry, it's just a sign
I
up for
wonder
the
what he was
rec
reading.
center.
This looks like a list of evidence used in a case.
A list of evidence?
In most cases, the list was twice as long as this.
Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? SL987! I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence?
A list of evidence. It seems too short.
Oh, I think our echo's broken.
Most lists run twice as long.
Oh, good, it fixed itself.
What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. Evidence added to the court record.
Yeah. Hello. Don't forget. Yeah, that's how you can rotate it. Hello.
Hello.
I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture.
Why don't I get to see it? Shut up, Gumshoe. You didn't get to see it either.
Oh no, shh. When Wright gets in one of his moods, you just have to let him go do whatever he wants.
Fine.
Good, Emma. Want a snack for good behavior?
Gumshoe's the one who introduced her to Snackoos.
Here you go.
These are amazing. Chuck's one.
Give me a bag of those.
Oh my god, it makes a noise!
The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th.
When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for ringing in his ears.
No!
So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's the point.
Oh my gosh.
This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons?
Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it! I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes!
That's illegal!
Huh!
You don't have any taxes to pay.
Shh! Be careful what you say! Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak!
I don't think he'd fit in there.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
I don't know! You guys don't know how scary that guy can be!
We know!
Swimming.
You guys aren't there when we actually go! Look at that giant window! Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside!
This is the 15th floor.
I know! I was just saying.
Oh look, Edgeworth Gumshoe is falling.
Oh
You should go catch him. Ittle be romantic. Saying what?
Ever
What?
since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
no! Note to self. Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
We see some of them.
So long as he doesn't go trashing through that window when he gets fired.
Don't say that!
He's not gonna get fired!
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
Hello.
This is a safe, isn't it?
Save. That word is right within Shriek.
Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's...
No, Gumshoe. We could have learned your birthday. And then I could celebrate it
I have a
properly.
better idea. Here goes nothing.
Time to input the code.
I like how you're like, why could it?
Access granted.
Well done. Yeah.
Yay!
Ding.
Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was it, pal?
777777. The final ID card on the number on that record.
What?
Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
Sorry, I'm just making sure everything's still going.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
You mean...
Put on it for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, go keep going.
Yeah, you mean 77777, the ID number?
I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Scant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
Do we look inside?
Do we?
Do we?
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
$50. Look! It's a...
A shard from a broken cup.
This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
I wonder!
There's something else in here, too.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now.
A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
But unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. Are these two items related to the SO9 incident?
come on. There's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Oh, gee, I wonder if all the list of evidence that I have, I wonder what on earth I need to present to Gumshoe.
I have no idea.
Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
All of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days.
That was like yesterday, Gumshoe.
Those were the days.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one? That was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Yeah, crack.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a Ricky can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes.
Oh my gosh! That's a weird ass vase.
Yep.
There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe.
Shiz.
In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But
Hey guys, get a load of this.
What is it?
This piece you just attached. It's different from the others.
there's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Interesting.
You need to find something for the leather handprint.
Mm-hmm.
We're close to the end of this.
Yeah, we are.
Aren't we? We have just like a couple things to do.
We have...
Okay, is it the glove?
No.
What did you do with the handprint?
I mean, that's Marshall's print.
Yeah, but how did you know that was Marshall's handprint?
Oh.
I'm gonna help him along a little bit.
Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective. You're so smart.
Alright, go to town, sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out of your hand like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh?
Come on,
Sorry.
this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, your sense of humor.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
Just finger.
What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times.
Yes, you do!
Alright, let's get this over with.
The fingerprint. Oh, no.
The cute little thing.
I love this little bobber thing. I wish it was in the DS one.
No.
I have to play this version of Case 5 from now on just so I can have this little babber.
You're like, ah!
It's cute and it bobs and I love it. It's my friend. So that no one can see this, but I just need to talk to the others about it. Slowly, Pooh's shirt looks like a skirt.
Yeah, it kind of is
It's
looking
just
like that.
flurling out. I mean, it has to fit over his fat belly, but I mean...
Yeah. Abby is crocheting a
Shirt for Winnie the Pooh.
yeah. Basically.
Because I'm helping a person with a silent auction for fertility treatment. So I'm making like children's toys.
Oh, cute.
It's in order to let this lady have a body. So it sounded like a cute idea.
Yeah.
I
Right,
fit
it's
with
all
thieves. Perfect.
And woo! Woo! Woo!
That is smudged.
I gave it my best shot,
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
but it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then. Choose a darker looking one. Are you gonna fill it again, or?
No.
Okay, I was curious.
I was like, we need something to pass the time. It is very nice to see it full of white, though.
Yeah. What? I thought that was the finger.
Give it my best shot. Is it the thumb?
No. But
Too late. But
Guess we're here.
too late to apologize.
It's too late.
Nope.
That's bullshit.
Give it my best shot.
Keep looking right. It's okay. We're gonna do all the fingers.
Apparently.
I literally don't remember which finger it was. Funny enough, I usually get it my first shot by total accident. I
No,
think.
I always remember what finger this is.
Nope. That's the only finger left.
Fuck you.
It's like the most prominent one. It looks like on the thing, it looks like you get the most of a finger on it.
I guess I was looking at the dark one, and just my brain was like, the dark one. But it must look different on the DS screen. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I just remember it's with like there's all different fingers.
Oh my gosh, a finger!
A finger! It's a very distinct print.
Aw, not Damon. Not Meekins. Not him. Nope. Nope. Shit, dude. Shit, Sherlock, what do we do?
A match!
Defa?
Yep!
No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Hey, you, over here. I'm gonna just take you over to this side of the room. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me.
What are they doing? What are you
Let's
guys
just keep
talking
this
about?
information from Emma for now.
Hey guys, can I be part of this circle?
No!
Oh,
Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
don't make me play the organ, guys. I'll do it.
Well, was I of any help? Huh?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence.
No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you with the coat? Detective!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective.
Aww.
Do you mean me, sir?
And now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask all of you to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, and you in the coat. And me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore.
But, sir...
Now get out!
Oh, jeez.
Yes, sir!
We'll be on our way to you then.
Oh, wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair. You're free to go.
Mr. Wright?
Swimming.
What about if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times? The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I do, it'd be like this. I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone could keep quiet about it all this time.
Anyway, you listen to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal!
I'm gonna text Luke now that his
From Eva.
least favorite part
She
is
said the police wanted to ask her some questions. so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24th, detention center, visitor's room.
Have some loose ends to tie up. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who is it you're hiding behind those words? Who it is you're hiding behind those words?
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise.
He has returned at my calling.
Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's our chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What's this person's name?
Is it Gant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell, dude.
Well, Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about the circumstances? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have also investigated that evidence was...
Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? The pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Mile Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this knife was stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife?
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close Dark's case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe?
Right. And I called my sister to tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
Bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
That damn cowboy. I knew my ass.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. You've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer? And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago?
We will find out next time.
Get ready, everybody.
For freaking hell.
Makes-
I am so sorry.
I am so sorry.
Blessings be upon you, and may you have the goddess of luck watching over you.
You're gonna fail at least once. Goodbye.
That's the most reassuring thing to say.
We fight for peace. We fight.